like an old dead tree. It's a dirty old town. Dirty old town. I'm doing this here now for a reason. Walking over here a little bit. Coming up George. On the way home. 7 degrees, 5:30. Out busking for the afternoon. I got a story to tell. This is an important story. A very important story. And weird enough, it involves real people, but it doesn't involve face-to-face dealings. It involves a chat room where I have to admit, sometimes you hear a lot of bullshit pretending to be truth, and you know it's not. And then every now and again, you find something which isn't bullshit. It's actual truth being expressed in a chat room, because there's a certain level of anonymity involved with the chat room. Meaning you can pick a name, a nickname to operate with, and then work with the nickname. That way you don't directly have to be identified as who you are, by who you are, for what it is you've been saying or doing. Anyway, I was in this chat room one time when someone put forth the proposition that we would decide amongst ourselves, the members of the chat room who were there gathered at that moment in time, what will we do in order to make it clear to the 1%ers, this was around 2011, to the 1%ers that they weren't going to get away with the same bullshit they've been getting away with for eons. And one suggestion which was up for discussion and debate was very, very simple. The proposition was this, that we should take all of the rich and wealthy, the ones who are at the very top of that 1%, the top 1% of the 1% even, we would take all of them at once and bring them to some major public place, barbecue the goddamn lots of the corpses, every one of them, burn them all alive and cook their meat, and then consume it as a big roiling, like howling bunch of humanity in front of the children of those people, so that the children would get the idea, even if they remained as shareholders in the various corporations or whatever, that they could expect the exact fucking same thing that their parents got if they didn't smarten the fuck up. And at the time, I wasn't exactly 100% behind the idea, but I fucking see where they were coming from. And as time goes on, that kind of thinking is going to be more fucking likely, not less. Because humans, they taste a lot like fucking veal. They don't taste terrible. You get the right human, it'd feed a family of fucking 10. These fucking fat cats, it would feed a family of fucking 10. So there's that. Anyway, a big ass barbecue of the 1%ers. I'm all for cooking out and fucking open. This is what I was thinking about saying. There's a difference in philosophy between groups who don't like getting caught uttering threats, and then groups who don't utter threats but say what it is which is on their mind. For example, the idea to bring everybody out in public and barbecue the bastards. That's a fairly direct kind of a threat, although it seems so fucking unreal. No way people would go in for cannibalism like that. And then you look at what these bastards are doing to the rest of humanity, and you realize that's exactly what they're doing. These assholes are eating us. One fucking work hour at a time. Same as this. I heard someone say at a public meeting the other night that they thought the levy would be deferred to the end of the year. Therefore, at the end of the year, there would be a $300 bill being applied to a lot of people's taxes. And if they didn't pay, that essentially their wages are going to be garnished to pay it. Not only their wages, but the actual payroll is where that will come from, not from people's individual pay packages, i.e. it won't be withdrawn out of their bank accounts directly, but it'll be taken out of the payroll of the business that they're working for in order to pay the levy. I find that easy to believe. That's exactly how some of the bastards think, rather than leave it up to tax dodgers and the like, because some people are going to regret or Some people are going to balk at paying that tax. This is recording again now. I got one more thing to say. I was trying to decide to myself, what am I going to do the rest of this evening? 17-3's day, important day of the year. Philosophically speaking, this is because of other people's cultural distinctions. And the cultural distinction for tonight is that it is April 30th, Walpurgisnacht. Hell of a good time to talk about a barbecue. Don't you think? Walpurgisnacht. Let's get rid of the witches, shall we? Let's burn them.